Hey yo, so my name is iPhong and welcome back to Doki Doki Boost guys. In the previous episode, we been to my first experience on Doki Doki Boost guys Adon scene, and for those who already been to this character's routes, it might not be the first for you, but for me that was the first. And I did talk about I'm not gonna show you my galleries anymore because it might show Adon scenes, but the creator who made this mod is actually really nice because when I click into that and it blurred and it has 18 plus mark on it, so which is really neat, and it's also safe for me to actually show the galleries on the video as well, so it's really nice. And so far I got 4 images already, so which means that we already know. I got a lot from series, but Natsuki so far only 1. So I don't know. So previously, yeah, I did kind of a lot from this 7 run right now. So my previous run is my 6th run, and my run I'm doing right now is my 7 runs. But it's the second run in this storyline for me. So far in the previous episode, I did the opposite choice, and I got the best ending. That's one thing because they should have shown the Adon scene, right? So I guess it should be the best scene, and it also shown the ending credit as well. So I think that I'm gonna get into the maybe who knows neutral, bad, good, or worse endings. I don't know. So far, I did the opposite choice from my previous run, which is ditching Yuri's. I'm thinking it's either way because later on when series is not there, Yuri's gonna talk about it anyway. Uh, I don't know, but yeah, talking with Okasan about relationship status, and I don't know. At first, it sounds nice, good advice though, but I don't know how it's gonna be in the later games because I'm really curious. Because if I got the best endings before, and I'm kind of feeling that later in games there's gonna be something not cool going on. So right now, going back with giving it a day or two, and then giving a fresh air for myself, I'm gonna bump into Yuri again. So let's see what she has to say this time. Oh, but before that, so I'm always wondering, was she bullied? Was she has something sad? So many things I want to ask her right now, and these things I'm really suspicious about. I really want to know more because the Sayori even have parents. I mean, in flashback, yeah, they do, but how about now? I don't. I really want to know more actually, because in a previous run, I don't get fully the answer, or we have gone through its therapies. But about this, I don't know. I have so much question in this storyline. In my first, second, third, fourth, and fifth run, I think I don't need to ask anymore. But so far, this storyline, I really need to ask a lot of questions. So, after talking about relationship status to my Okasan, but as Paul said, it's best to give series some to cool off. Give it a couple of days besides got a lot of homework to get on with. Let's get out of the way first. I'm really sorry, Sensei. I really need to skip the lecture. I really need some time to cool myself off. I'm bumping to Yuri this time. Is there anything changed? Nothing changed. Back to lecture. Sorry, I need to skip you. And talking about sad things. And this time, damn, just keep talking out, you know. Oh yeah, Sayori stand in front of the doors, and then just talk about it, and then what is gonna happen if mom's gonna be talking about this? So yeah, beforehand, after talking, so I thought like in my back my rain clouds of Mexico where it's slightly rain sunshine but it's still raining. I have a feeling. So I still have a choice, either gonna sleep it in Sayori or not. I already picked in the previous episode, so I'm gonna pick the different outcome this time. Even though Mo told me that depression has no quick fix, Sayori was still disappoint me. When they say it wouldn't be easy, guess I'm really starting to find out how difficult this can be. That's okay, Sayori. Guess it's naive for me to think I could just come in and fix everything. That would be nice though. I guess we could just start taking everything very slowly. I could be not jump to official dates or tell everyone we did it just yet. That's why we basically want to go with, like I said, which I screw up. I told the relationship status to Kasan. I'm not making the wrong choice though, am I? Just basically, if I'm being burned, I won't have it against you want to be the one to be with me anymore. You don't have to worry about that. Oh, just me. But as much as I like you, I don't want you to go through with this just because it's what I want. No, I kind of want it too. Kinda. I don't want it to I just can't share the feeling I'm not worthy times. Even though when you say it just now really help, but feeling worthless is something I've felt for a long time. How to share the feeling, but by being with you, the green crowds don't feel as bad. You'll be okay, sorry. I just know it will. As you through this storm, I'll be your umbrella. That's actually one of the sweetest things that you ever said to me. Poetic too. It's like literature club is really rubbing up on you. I know, right? It'll be definitely be next Shakespeare. Just wait. Anyway, I guess it's for the best that we are taking things slow because December exams are coming up. As much as I don't really want to, we should probably be focusing on those. Yeah, you're right. But once they're over, I think I have nothing on mine. Just have to wait for me. Anyway, speaking of work, I should probably get started with revision. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll see you later, okay? Okay. I hope my arms out we impressed once more. Or to be able to hold her close to me in hearing her sand, laying the strength of her hair. It's heaven. Before I can stop myself, I lay the subject is on her forehead and we freeze, closing the door before my mind catches up to my lips. I swear I can hear some giggles as she closes the door behind her. And yeah, as I said, for the creator who made this mod actually allowed to show the calories, and there's a 18 plus mark and blur the image out. That's really nice. So December is Christmas under the mistletoe. Yeah, I know. Let's skip. I mean, hanging out with Yuri to find presents. And we ended up giving to each other the thing. I know. Yeah, Sayuri has her wing woman's and sweet presents, and yeah, we're playing some games, and which is actually I got pretty much 75%. Actually cool though, and we will find out about her depression going into the unknown is man, I don't know. We really get into the unknown about which ending I'm going to get. So yeah. Oh, it's just in time, Just one click of the skip. I mean, honestly, I didn't see the mouse button, so I'm kind of worried. So I just clicked to see my mouse button, and then the game decided that hey, you press the button, I hear you, and I'm not gonna skip anymore, and which is nice. And then I'm going to click the skip button again, and then voila, I mean, it's nighttime, They're finding our operation, and then we got this. So yeah, lots of things happen under the midst of those things. There's wing woman's, and let's see. The whole thing has just been so unexpected. Still, there's a few days left of the Christmas break, and I know exactly how I want to spend them. After shooting scenery takes, I make my way over. What magical adventure are we going to do today, iPhong? Good question. I'm gonna skip. Spending time outside to the random restaurant, and then we just Netflix and chill and talking about relationship status to my best wing woman. And I'm really curious about Shiori. She's gonna help me later on, isn't it? And yeah, we gonna go back to the lecture. Shut up, lecture. And for some reason, you feel down again. Oh yeah, because it's okay. So this is a different. No, it's not. It's not actually different. It is a different place actually. Yeah. So we're talking the same thing. So man. So I offer to join her at therapist, and again I join the therapy with you is the same thing. That's what I'm considered of. So this is something she has to face herself, or give therapist more chance. So those both things. I mean, yeah. So far same things, and then her sad expression shown really clearly to the club rooms, and people are worried. And then yeah, since I'm gonna guess this thing is the same thing as what I picked before, which is to join her at the therapist. So it's gonna be any of the same things. So I'm gonna pick the option that I didn't pick last time, which means that give the therapist a chance, and this is something that she has to face herself. Which is the phrasing that it sounds so evil, I'm telling you. So yeah. You got this, Sayori. I hope so, iPhone. Just keep me updated, okay? I will. Oh, that was short. Are you kidding me? That was short. Oh god. The what I'm saying that is like I don't care. I mean, okay, this is gonna be different. Before I know the weekend has already arrived, it's been a few days since I agreed to give therapy a try. With language from me, she's doctor who managed to arrange for her first therapy session tomorrow. Yeah, as soon as I am halfway all things being handled, I'm still very apprehensive, seeing how pervasive her condition is, interfering with her ability to get homework done, twisting her self-perception. Can't lie, it's been nothing. Just seeing firsthand and the gripping effect of depression on my best friend has been quite a shock in my system. Part of me I can't help but worry that somehow the getting involved was wrong move. Am I making things work by making her think it's a fault that I'm concerned to her? And this have this horrible bothering feeling that I'm getting into something that's way more serious than I can imagine. Am I really helping her, or am I just more emotional or baggage for her help? Now have fun, don't let the irrational fear get the better of you, not now. Let's look at positive. She always agreed to seek help. That's personal recovery, right? Yeah, that's true. She's why do I have to always straight over everything? Being with Siri makes my day better no matter what the situation is. We care about each other in a way that nobody can understand, and we always been there for each other. Spend focus that's not worrying about what could go wrong. I'm just internally focusing on the negative, where that's no good for everyone. Stay positive, optimistic outlook. I found optimistic outlook. After completing my morning routine, I find myself sitting in the kitchen table and pondering on the different ways I could spend the day. One of the drawbacks of being in a first relationship is that you're not quite sure what you're meant to do with your partner. It's difficult to spend any significant amount of time outdoors, so basically limit it into the indoors. I picked up my watch 10:14, pretty early, so your probably isn't awake yet, as my gaze easily settles on the produce plates from me and idea hits me. Oh, Siri will love this. But how I the surprise radiant carefully pressing back, started over her roommate with hope that she still asleep. Just as I hope she's still fast asleep, no surprise. Skipping is not even 11 yet. As I suddenly make my approach, I stop by how can she look when she's sleeping. That's a sound super creepy. It. I mentally chastised myself stopping such a weirdo I found. But the way she crawled into the wall, even with her hair being messed just like trickle of toes licking from her mouth, she's perfect. I don't think there's any way that this girl could ever look at anything less than beautiful. The next sounds of her snoring and turned my like smile into a half a grin. Sitting down my back, I quietly walk over to her gently brush a lock of hair that's falling into her open mouth. Scroll slightly as my hand brushes against her forehead. Like if I kiss the head, 5 more minutes, I make you breakfast. I quickly sit up in her eyes, hugging the blankets closer to her. We didn't have the iPhone. I can have but disappointed and slightly irritated by her reaction. I was really hoping forward to see how students be. Yeah, experience should be. What time is it? Like 11. And then she pushes cover on the sit up, and she still looks quite tired. She occasionally opens the bag and forces a smile into her face. You can tell your decent upon inspiration, especially the last line. You want breakfast? Got a shellfish. I have such a thoughtful perfect way being super considerate and making me breakfast in bed. I can't even thank you properly. You went through all this just for me. Anyone else would be appreciative. Yet here I am complaining that you're here. Oh no, it's not like that at all. I mean, yeah, I was hoping you'd be happy to see me, but well, it's kind of me I'm forgetting how difficult morning can be for you. Don't worry about it. I can take my words haven't convinced her in silence. I don't get the feeling that you don't want me here. Relax. So slowly starting chewing on the food, this is pretty good. It's basic stuff. like you like it as you cooking has nothing on me, as you can see. How is it that you can make me laugh even when it's the last thing I want to do? Much I think maybe I was a comedian in my past life. It's a question that science has been trying to answer for past 100 so years. And by the way, can we have a lazy day today? I don't really feel like going outside or anything. Not for me. I just finished eating bring way back in mind. Now we pretty much resemble standard activity during our so far. Maybe yeah, my earlier worries were founded after all. Unfounded after all. We both content in just being in each other's presence regardless of activity. I'm aimlessly flicking through the movie channel on TV, wave on my phone, and look, hi Ree, what's up? Hi, I found myself, I don't much. Yuri's getting on typing and taking an awful time long to reply. Get the feeling she's looking up, and the courage to ask me something. I was wondering, go on, would you like to discuss book with me today? I haven't reached much of a type, to be honest. I think the movie was on Netflix though. Let me check. Hang on, let me check. What's up? Oh, you know that you read like me a book? I'm checking to see if it's on Netflix. Gonna have a horror night. Well, I told Yuri to let her know my thoughts on book with her, but I haven't really read enough of it to discuss it. But if you can find it on Netflix, I thought we could all watch together instead. Oh, here it is. Oh, are you okay with it? Of course, I'll be terrified with that stuff coming over the other people out there having that time too. She shifts her attention to the television, one smile on her face. Okay, I figured that if you were here too, you wouldn't feel like I don't know, giving you out anything. It's fine, I found. Dear God, that cloud looks even uglier on a big screen. I never liked round. Good news, I found it. You can come over every two, by the way. Are you sure that will be enjoying anything? As if I will. It's good. Context, I mean, Netflix and chill. We all been up in for, and then someone got jealous, and you tell me to pick something. Did you want to sleep with her at all? Um, I already. I mean, we all picked this, right? We all picked this. I mean, we all curious to see how it goes. But this time, I'm gonna pick something that I haven't picked. So I'm gonna walk her home. I'm sorry, Sari. I mean, you spent the night with me doing the adult things already, so I think it's time for you to I'll walk you home. On you, the gentleman. Oh, that was quick. But my God, look at the windows. That's so pretty. I really like the detail though. They change windows and man, the original creator who made the original games Doki Doki Literature Plus has to think about this. But if you dare to bring them, that scene, I'm gonna be I mean, even though I already got the best ending into this storyline already, but I'm still gonna piss, okay? Because, man, that was stressful. But to be honest with you, in Natsuki's routes, I've been into same things before. You get something that really sweet things, sleeping close to uh, the characters, but at the very next day, good grief. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, Siri. Sweet dreams. That school life reference. I kissed her goodnight and turned around to leave. iPhong? Yeah. Can you stay with me? Oh, that's another choice, isn't it? Are you trying to give me a second chance? I had a weird feeling that you give me a second chance. I have a weird feeling you give me a second chance. Hey, I'm gonna sleep to her room. Can you stay with me overnight? Yeah, that's okay. Of course it is. Thinking about it, I also get to make us breakfast in the morning. I like that. As I mentally surveyed the room, I struck by how messy it is. I think that before I knew about her depression, I just thought she was too lazy to clean everything up. How little I knew back then. So which side of the bed do you want? Can we both fit on it? I guess, yeah. I don't know, to be honest. I never slept with anyone before. There's an awkward silence for a second and made slightly comical by the fact Sari hasn't realized the implication of her words. Typical. Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. Okay, I changed my mind. I don't think it's gonna be fit. Look at this. How are you supposed to gonna sleep with two people? After completing my bedtime preparation, I really slid into bed thinking about the conversation that took place today. There's been a lot of thinking, I suppose. Thinking about it today could have gone a lot worse. Just hope that doesn't change. The bedroom door opens to reveal a sleepy-looking Sayori in her pajamas. So as Sayori approaches the bed, I can't help but notice how nice her leg look into those shorts. Wouldn't you be girl in those pajamas? Nope. And have you to warm me up, remember? I'm suddenly very grateful that I have a blanket covering my body. Okay, here's the problem. That bed is so small. How you it fit with two people? She slides in next to me, pulling the blanket over herself. Slowly, she inches over to me and positions herself so that the top of her head lies just below my chin. Resting her head on my chest, she looks up at me, moving it with ease and giggles. At such proximity, I can hear her heartbeat. Her hands feel soft and warm against the fabric of my shirt. She's incredibly warm, but it isn't overbearing in the slightest. On instincts, I wrap my arm around her body and rest my face atop her hair. Oh, Yasumi is Sayori, putting a kiss on her forehead. Good night, iPhone. So it's the same thing. We still sleep together either way, but man, Sayori has her privacy, you know. Okay, is that can be the same thing, but in a different place? Suddenly I pull out my sleeve while BRB suffering. I slowly fight the grogginess. I also wear the slight dampness on my chest. I even Sayori has named it the feeling of powerlessness as the sound. Her tears, a look where anguish on her face is always his heart. Can you hear me? And if you come back, please come back. Sayori, I gently shake her. Sayori, it's okay, I'm here, it's okay. I heard as she carrying sound whimpering, she clings to me even harder, shaking her fear. I can only imagine what's going on inside her head. I fumbled for my phone, blinding glance tells me that it's 7:01. I found. It's me, Sayori, you're just having a nightmare, don't worry, I got you. Shook her head softly as her crying subsides. That was horrible. What happened? She takes a deep breath and composes herself. Everything was so dark. You Morgan Natsuki, you were in there. I mean, 4 actually. I mean, including me. But whenever I tried to talk to you, it was like there was an invisible bubble around me. You could hear me, but there was this shadowy figure that kept talking to me. First tears feels like I was small, and it keeps saying horrible things. It tells me I was useless, that everyone should be so much better off if I was around, and that you're much happier with Yuri. The therapy is only and just fighting to lose battle. It's nothing more than a false hope, no matter how I try to believe otherwise. Sniffles, tried going after you to the girls and anyone, but it was just me and a voice that made me telling me everything that I've been trying so hard not to believe. It felt so real, I found it so real. It's just when I thought things might have chance to be okay again. I hate this, why can't I just be normal? It's already 7. I'm sorry, Ivan, I just can't go to school today. It's okay, I will go either. So it's either way, so not going to school either way anyway, so dang. But what about, I couldn't care less about that. There's no way in heck that I'm just gonna leave you alone other than you have. I can miss the whole day of school, this is fine. I can miss the other day of school, it's fine, just me. She opened somehow to protest, but upon seeing still the resolution on my face, she reluctantly abates. I think someone will be back in a second. After several hugs, I feel a tense after reassurance and a cup of hot chocolate. Sarah has managed to calm down, and moves still right at the sofa. She's staring at the ground with a look of vacancy on her face. Why I'm like this, I found. Why is something as stupid as a little nightmare makes me feel this bad? I was hoping that finally there was a light at the end of the tunnel, but that was just nailed on me, was it? It's okay, you don't have to say anything, I found. I know it might feel like you have to say some magical word to make me feel better, but all you have to do is listen. Why do you tell me this stuff was telling me that you must be better off with you as a girlfriend? I'm trying really hard to believe that I'm a good girlfriend, that I'm worth your time, but the stars are always there in the back of my mind. I never break my trust, but I just wish I could convince my stupid brain to see it in the same way. It's so unfair on you, and I'm so scared that it might be fun for nothing. What do you mean? Well, what if I never get better? What if I always going to be like this? My pieces are broken, trying so hard to put me back together, but what if you can't? Now, what if you can't put them back together because what some of them gone? I have an answer for that. I have feeling like this, feeling that I'm not something that I never get back, no matter how good you're supposed to have for your therapy goes. I can't remember the last time I wasn't so tired. I found it was about depression, that exhaustion that never goes away, and exhaustion that sleep you can never fix. And the only good things about sleep is that it's an escape from my mind, at least for a few hours. When I don't have nightmares, I'm just all tired of it all. She slowly started looking down her face once more. Her face looks utterly precise. I wish that I could just wake up one day and actually have hopes. She faced me with a smile, her cheeks glistening with tears, actually genuine hope. Hope that maybe things might be okay. Just when I begin to think that could be true, things like this happen. I hate this day so much. Therapy is already hard enough, and these nightmares make me feel like what little progress I made is now worthless. All the that I try to it's so hard to keep me in check, break free, that I'm useless. I wait away for Fiona, tears, and gently grasp her hand in mine. We will get through this together, Sarah. Just like I said, I don't care how long it takes or what we have to endure. She knows the way is just that I never feel like I'm actually getting through to her. We have to try to stay positive for our sakes, even though it seems like this is one of the most demoralizing things on the planet. No matter what, you'll never be alone in doing this. And if your pieces are broken up, we will bring a new one. I can imagine how hard it is for you. Really, Alpha? How can you possibly know that? What it is like to feel how I'm feeling? Suddenly you don't know what it feels like, the constant numbness, the constant feeling that no matter what I do, the shadow will always be there. Crying myself to sleep, breaking my tears and having to fake everything because you're terrified that people will see the real you. But I've seen the real you, and you're still there here and you're still trying to help. I get it, I really do. I know you're just trying to help, but it's hard to see encouragement as anything more than empty words. It isn't something that you can fix by just by saying the right stuff. She burst into her tears once more. As much as I wish it was. I squeezed her into a hug. She tried to push me away initially, but I held on, holding her close to my chest. She eventually abased and sobbed irrationally into my chest. Scared, I found. I whispered sorry in her ears as I gently stroked back on her head. I stroked back on her head. I know Siri are scared as well. People fall silent with neither on the sounds, permitting the room being the sounds of her anguished cries. Siri, she murmurs into my chest. I'm sorry if I say wrong things, I don't know what the right things to say and do all. This whole thing is just totally alien to me, and after you told me that the word my words are pretty much empty. I was starting to die everything. She whisked slightly surprisingly. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It comes out much harsher than I intended. I want to believe that what you say, I really do. I know that I shouldn't feel jealous that I shouldn't compare myself to other girls. I want to believe all of it. Yes, you're showing things you say to me. I can't. I know that what you're saying makes sense. It's just internalizing is a whole another story. It's not your problem. It's all me being unable to get over these stupid things. Depression isn't just stupid thing though. It's a serious thing. I know it's much more than that. I found I just can't have how angry it makes me. I just want to be normal like everyone else. It's like I'm not in control of my own body. That depression is like the one that chooses my mood for the days. It's just how I react to things and what I say. Like the day you made me breakfast, I really wish that I was appreciated from the start instead of being irritated that you were in my room so early. It's so unfair, and I keep going on and on about it. And do I want to apologize for everything about her depression, Sari? I know it's my your work probably that don't sound reassuring and helpful as I want them to be, but one thing that never changed be my willingness to listen. You've been bearing this alone for so long, so it's only fair that I'm in this shelter for you to cry on. Problem you share is problem half, right? Well, it's obviously not that simple in this case or something, right? She's nervous enough slowly, and it does have to be at least be able to talk about it. That's something then. Having you around as much as I don't think as it's support, it does make a difference. Does make me happy then, really? Yeah, it might not be a huge help, but it's still some help, right? She pauses to reply, yeah, I guess so. She nods and she herself so that her head slides on my lap. And once she said those, I start absentmindedly stroking her hair. Can I be honest with you, iPhong? Of course. She passes her leg and looked at the floor. I really don't want to carry on with therapy. Why? You told me yesterday that Satoshi was really understanding. Yeah, we in a different scenario. And yeah. I think um, since I don't tag along with the therapist and with her, but I think deep down in the skip buttons it do mention Dr. Satoshi in the classroom. So yeah, he is. It's just hard to explain. Thank you, Jack, for my sake. I hate the personalities, especially when it's clearly something that isn't easy to talk about. But hearing her saying she doesn't want to carry on receiving help has made me panic. She says, it wouldn't matter if he was the best therapist on the planet or worst one. I always been reluctant to try therapy again. Like I said a few days ago, it's terrifying. He was so empathetic, but every time he speaks, it's just a constant reminder of last time my treatment comes absolutely nowhere. How do I know that this won't be a repeat of last time I found? I don't want to have to go through all that again. I don't think I'll be able to. It's different sound here, but that's another problem. I know what want me to get better, perhaps more than I do. For the most part, I almost given up. But I do know that you still have a lot of hope in me. And I know I'm disappointed in you when told that I don't want to carry on with therapy, right? I don't say anything. She's right. I did get a about something feeling in my chest, but I can't exactly say that. Fortunately, my son brings problem. I don't blame you, but it's another worry that I have to deal with. Last time I didn't have to worry that like anyone else down. Well, apart from my parents, I can see it in your face, I found. You're eager for my depression to be cured. Is that so wrong? She gives me a short, humorless laugh. No, of course it isn't. But it's another expectation, an expectation of someone who means the world to me. The last thing I want to do is hurt you. Sarah, you don't have to worry about that. I was getting to. I didn't expect quick fix. I said that, but now I really starting to realize I had no idea why I sound from brand make Sarah my girlfriend. Anyway, here's what I think. And we're going back to his choice. So, I don't know, man. Well, I already been to this already, so gotta give therapy more than a chance, right? So I reach out to squeeze her hand. Look, I know it must be really scary for you. I totally see why you feel the way you are. But this is the only way you're going to get better. It might be a rough start, but it's kind of expected, right? The important thing is that you're at least trying. I'll always be here to support you. But I found I'm not going anywhere, Sayori, no matter how many therapies we have to go through. She doesn't look happy in the slightest. I hate having to push her into this. I tell myself that it has to be done, but it doesn't make me feel any better. You're already doing so well, and it means a lot to me that you're even trying. She sighs and slowly nods. Okay. But part of me feels relieved. That horrible, overwhelming feeling of not knowing what I'm doing doesn't grow any weaker. Or to know what the right thing to do is... I don't know. I mean, I'm begging for Kazan to come back at any minute right now. And yeah, some okay. This time I cannot skip some lecture time again. I mean, I really want to slack off, but man, it's been about 2 weeks since every latest nightmare. I wish I could say that thing was steadily improving, but not much has changed. The only good news that she been prescribed antidepressant. I said this before, don't, okay, just don't. So I'm really hoping that they make a positive difference. On the other hand, there have been a few days where Sari depression mood become a little more apparent in school. She also missed few days, and two things combined help because the other club members become a little suspicious. They expect the concern, but Sari mental walls remain firm. Feel bad about how in the dark the other girls were, but it isn't my position to say what's going on. Although I wish I could, but because I don't feel like I'm making any progress with Sayori and I'm not having anyone to talk about, it is becoming harder and harder. Hopefully Sayori will be comfortable telling the girls in her own time. I also had other thing to worry about. If given now is February and I have to pay a little more attention to school matters, namely the end of the semester next month. Sakura has also been talking to students about their future plans. It's scary to think that next year is my final school year. He wants me to see me at the lesson end, so for what feels like the first time in forever, I started to think about what I want to do after this school. As the bell rings, his room is over. He had the same look that I had on face when my homeroom teachers wanted to talk to me about my post-school plans. I cannot skip this, so even still, the things is gonna be the same. However, I'm gonna guess that Sakura is gonna talk something different because he did mention the name Sayori before. I appreciate his use of humor in the situation. He always been efficient at helping me feel at ease, especially in situations where I feel out of my depth. If you don't know what you want to do, I wouldn't worry about it too much. All this is just a second year, so you do have another year to figure it out. Having said that, do you have any idea at all? To be honest with you, sir, I haven't really given it much thought at all. The past 5 months has been really well, they haven't really given me much time to think about it. Let's try this from another angle. Does higher education interest you at Oregon University? Or perhaps you would like to apply towards financial as soon as you finish school? Pause for a moment to think, trying to recollect what my parents used to tell me when I had this kind of conversation. University sounds good, although I'm not sure what I study. He knows approvingly. You definitely find it easier than any child you have degrees under your belt. It's good to know then. All I have to do is pick a subject, I guess. And it can be a little daunting, especially when you are sore. My advice would be to go with a subject you enjoy the well in. Far from me to be biased, but you're rather talented historian. Chuckle. What can you do with a history degree though? The skill get from this history degree can just for a lot of other fields. Now historians that I knew went into journalism, academia, teaching and even law. Obviously, I'm not biased in any way, but history is the best subject to study. My science teacher said otherwise, so he grumbles to himself. That's all these scientists, if they could just pry themselves away from their Bunsen burners and blast fires for 5 minutes. Anyway, it's good that you get at least a vague idea of what you want to do. There's no rush or anything. Take some time to think about what you'd like to study at university, and we can always have another discussion later. Later, sir, thank you. With the conversation over, I made my way to the room for lunch. Why do I have the feeling that there's something wrong to Sayori, and then for the instance I'm finding a job as a therapist in the future. I mean, I did seen a lot of types of movies like that before. Someone pass away, and then in the future they do the jobs that people that inspired them from the people who passed away. Yeah. So for something, hey guys, a zoo gives me a good note while Savory gives me a weak smile. Those upon one small as Yuri's vaccine, is Savory already weak smile way for him further. She doesn't dislike her by any means, but it's clear that jealousy is still an issue. As I inwardly, I have no clue on how to solve the issue given I don't think Savory is willing to disclose her depression with Yuri. As I pull out my food, notice that Monica has barely quit. Her face is glued to her laptop with a curious look on her face. Everything alright, Monica? She finally glances at the screen and looks at me. It seems like she only just realized I'm talking to her. Yeah, sorry, I had to sort out some important emails. How are you? It's easy to spot a mark after her smile is forced. I decided not to push it. Not bad, not bad. Several was talking to me about what as after high school. I think it's common practice for all teachers as their students, given we have second years and the end of the semester is so far. There's a little bit of delay, but I kind of like it because Monica shocks and then suddenly three people just also shock as well and just going like, hey, oh my god, that's interesting, or that's what you want to talk about. I really like that delay as well. A little bit of delay and then there's coming. Yeah, come up right in practice while teacher as a student second years and so on. I bet that was when we don't have to bother with that stuff just yet. Lucky I still don't really know what I want to do. Don't want to go to university, but I can't really decide what to do. Starting to realize that I probably shouldn't given this more thought. That's a little irresponsible. I found your future has so much weight and comes back so quickly. My face heats up with a little embarrassment. She's right, of course, but it seems like her judgment is going out of nowhere. Looking Sari has spoken to Gemma, my two friends, she doesn't know. Instead, he focusing at the small tables. The other girl looks curious at us, and they can sense something's up. I don't want to draw so much attention to Sari's trying to reflect their curiosity. How about you? You any idea? Besides, I want Japanese literature at university. Choice, very nice to herself. I suppose that surprised no one. Can imagine it would be a more exciting learning experience. University? Yes, on the other hand, there's the opportunity to meet many people or with the same passion. Because there's so much independence, especially you offer university from home. With that independence comes a lot of responsibility. I achieve a fair degree of uncertainty. Who knows what life will be for all of us when we are left school? The question hangs in the air as the conversation lasts in silence. Monica mutters something under her breath. How about you, Monica? I imagine you got a lot of joy given how you excel in pretty much every subject. She finally closed the latter size. Parents were happy how they made the size simply shape what one's down. Probably take over their business. There is a hint of what sounds like bitterness in her voice. Granted, I know very little about her life, but at least anything beyond her surface level, so it's a little baffling. We have to wait and see. And all of a sudden descends upon the room. Clearly, it isn't just me with detective Monica slightly hostile tone. Doctor, you respect the silence. Are you alright, Sayuri? You've been rather quiet. But it's not like you at all. You and Monica sense over Sayuri's direction. Oh, fine, just getting tired, that's all. Don't worry about me. The other girl looked convinced in the slightly, but they don't have much chance to rest her lunch bearing. Remember being their position last semester, and why do I not invite them? As the end of the school day rolls around, I find myself wondering around the room. Did the venture finish? Long way I bumped to Monica. I mean, at that time, Sayuri and Monica are asking to each other if there's anything wrong. Careful, she gives a word loud and quickly looks around before speaking. Sayuri okay, she'll be fine, she's dealing with some stuff, that's all. It's just like that, it was easy to lie. Monica is what it's like to be Sayuri, put on the front and pretend everything is okay. She's been missing a lot of days going this semester. It really looks like something's bothering her. You don't seem as worried compared to when she was like this last semester. That was when I knew less about her. She narrows her eyes at me. I guess what I said must have come across as very cryptic. Okay, well let me know if we can help in any way, okay? We, the architect club members, we all friends after all, forget. Oh, of course. I mentally smacked myself for asking such a stupid question. It's appreciated. I see what Sari thinks. Okay, then, well, I'll see you later. I think Sari is definitely more convincing than I am. She walks up after a couple of moments. Sari comes out of class. Sari, I'm late. It's okay, let's go. As we make our way home, Sari is unnaturally quiet. It's different this time. So, instead Sari gonna ask what's happened to Monica, she gonna be unnaturally quiet. Gonna find out our tension. Monica seems snappy today, don't you think? What? You know, during lunch, don't you remember she kinda told me off for not having given my future much thought. Oh yeah, sorry I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, I don't know what's up with her. The conversation just up once more. She worried about you, She asked about you just now. The girl can you tell that something's going on. Are you talking about telling them about your... No. Thinking about by a strong tone on her voice, it's so sorry that she interrupts me. Why not? Shouldn't you know this by now, iPhong? It was hard enough to tell you. If I tell 3 more people, it doesn't mean there's 3 more people have to worry about me. It's not worth it. But can we just leave all that? Past few days have been really hard, so I don't want to go into it. Yeah, okay. Try to keep the bitter disappointment out of my voice. But this month I was hoping Sari would be more receptive when it comes to talking about her depression. Yet even 3 months after I first found out her voice is still strong, and I still don't know what I'm doing. Every suggestion is like a wild shot in the dark. Anyway, I have so much homework to catching up on, so I'll see you tomorrow. You can do it around 9 to 1. I can help you. No, it's okay. We only get distracted anyway. Oh, okay then. Look forward to give her goodbye kiss that she already gone. Shivering and failing to fight out with the disappointment and sadness flooding through me, I make my way home. As I do, I can't help but wondering if dating Sayori was a good idea. Oh my god. Well, it's like you, Ma. As I'm trying to take my mind off today, even some anime, my phone rings. It's Mom. All my headphones spoken in ages and preparing myself for a lecture. So this time and there's no video call, isn't it? Hello, strangers. Hey, Mom. I must forgotten what your voice sounds like. A wind, yeah, so it's coming my way. I'm sorry, I really am. Sorry. I should have called you sooner, it's been a lot going on. Chuckles slightly. I guess starting to see how having a girlfriend isn't easy, huh? You could say that. How you trouble coping with her depression? Is she see doctor or anything? Yeah, we're coping fine. She makes up therapy. That's wonderful news. Why do I have a feeling that I'm gonna pick another choice? Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna pick another choice, isn't it? That's wonderful news. Are you sure about that? Yeah, it is. iPhong? Yeah. Her tone became very gentle very quickly. The change threw me off guard for a second. What's wrong? Nothing, I'm fine. Come on, sweetheart. What's happened? It's nothing that you won't blow over by yourself. Well, that was a bad face lie. I'm really getting better at this, aren't I? Was it an argument? Yeah, let's go with that. Well, you're not giving me much to work off, but in my experience, fights are normal in a relationship. So you both be fine, just give it some time. And my flashes back to how things have been recently. The nightmare Sally refusing to talk to me and to the other girls. I mean, she did talk to me, but not much now. Her voice remaining as strong, not willing to discuss her future. My visions becomes a little blurry, and I hastily reached to wipe away the tears that had suddenly rolled up down my face. Takes all of my mental fortitude not to sniffle. Mom heard me crying. There's no way she let me hang up until she got the bottom of it. Temporarily putting the phone on mute, I clear my throat and take a deep breath. Yeah, hopefully first relationship are a little daunting. Anyway, Sakura was talking to me earlier about my plans for high school, crazy thing that I'm almost at the stake in my life. You don't stay young forever, I'm afraid. What did you tell him? I wasn't sure in all honesty. I said, yeah, I probably go to university, but I wasn't sure what I want to study. I think I want me to go history, but that's a given, huh? A good choice. Analytical too would definitely help you find a job. Yeah, that's true. I don't want to pick so too soon, so especially as I haven't even finished my second year yet. Of course, on me, but it never hurts to think about your future. What does Siri want to do? A lump forms in my throat as I remember that Siri didn't want to participate in the conversation. Yeah, as I remember in the previous run as well, I don't think she talked about it. Even Natsuki first you did. Oh, I don't think, I don't know. We haven't really spoken about it. You two are just like each other. Yeah, I'm sure you both figure it out together. Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to tell you, we managed to finish dealing with difficult client a little earlier than expected, so I'll be able to come home soon. My heart rate is finally some goodness among all of the doom and glooms that's been defining my life over the past few weeks. Really? It'd be great to see you again. I miss you a lot. Miss you too. I'll be always feel guilty about not being there for you. You don't have to worry about that, Mom. Works is works. Not much you can do about that. I know. Not the least thing I see. Anyway, how? Sound what's going on in customer's call. Ah, no. I was really hoping I get to talk to you a little longer, but unfortunately I gotta go. I'll see you soon, okay? Oh, and by the way, don't forget that it's Valentine's Day coming up, so I don't want to hear about Eugenia story like princess, okay? I want to hear, but not, I don't want to hear. I love you, Mom. I mean, I love you, iPhone. Bye. Love you too, Mom. See you soon. And really great, I love you once more. Unless I feel better after talking Mom, it's reassuring to know that even though she's miles and miles away, she's still able to cheer me up. Although I have a new worry. Valentine's Day, I never done anything for it before, so I planning some kind of romantic activity is beyond me. Which, in the previous run, she decided to refuse. She over with girls tomorrow. Man, and I mean, so sad. I mean, I cannot skip this, even though some texts are on the same, but there's a lot of different as well because, oh man. After Sakura explained the morning task and settled down and marked some paper, I opened my textbook, trying to muster up the motivation to do what she asked. Each passing day, the ugly reality of how depression can make someone get stronger and stronger, becoming harder and harder to cope with daily behavior, and starting to think I've gone with her. I should have gone with her to therapy. I'm mindlessly feeling with my pants right now, I feel unable to nudge into my ribs. What do you want? And he stares at me hurt. She really wasn't expecting that sort of response. Man, main protagonist, why you do my wing woman like this? Was a smile and tame apology, but she already turned away. Oh, Sakura is also looking at me, so he decided reluctantly come back there to make things work. Already wanted the date to be over. After the bell finally rang, I made my way over to the club room, determined not to repeat what just happened to Amy. Time to put on a happy mask. I wonder who I learned that from. You know. Morning, Yuri. Yuri is the classroom only inhabitants. There's a new book in her hands. At the sound of my voice, she placed a bookmark in it and looked up. Hello. It's nice to see you again. How have you been? Yeah, pretty good. Can't believe it's already February. Feels like the year is really flying, don't you think? She nods. What's that you're reading there? It's rather old gothic story that raised a creeping sense of dread in her suddenly sounds eerie what it's about. Essentially, a young governess is hired to look after two young children, a boy and a girl, at a family's country house. Or is even horror story in young children. Eventually, she starts missing two figures of a man and a woman she doesn't recognize walking around the house. What's strange is that they come and go at will, and their presence is never picked up by other inhabitants of the home. But still, her predecessor, along with another male employees, used to spend a lot of time with the children, reported not living. The current governess suspects that the children are actually aware of these supposed supernatural figures. I hear the clubroom doors open. I'm too engrossed in the story to pay much attention. A huge theme of the story is whether the figures are real or just a figment of the government's imagination. Paranoia and suddenly insanity and dread. So the kind of story that really sticks in your head, huh? Can you lend me a book once you're done? Of course. Oh, hello, Sayori, you come in. And look around you, not there. She is. Man, that's that of her. It's okay, don't worry about it. The element of tension is immediately evident in the room. You're really confused as the cheeriness she used to which Sayori is perfectly absent. She looks questioningly at me and I avoid my eyes. The silence stretches on and becoming more awkward by the moment. Okay, this is totally new to me, actually. I'm praying for the other two to walk in. After while I feel like hours, my prayer is finally answered as Natsu and Monica slightly. As the fibers, the atmosphere grows noticeably less tense. The position flows between all of us, well, except with Sayori. Yes, this could be expected. My final lesson is over. I tentatively make my way to Sayori's classroom. I'm looking forward to it, but we really do have to confront the elephant in the room. Hey Sayori, ready to go home? Yeah, let's go. It's actually totally different. Game, why you do me like this? Man, you hurt the bad characters. You hurt my wing woman. God's sake. The workroom is proving to be just as outward as lunch. Eventually, I decided by the bullet. Sayori, please talk to me. About what? About why I was boring you. Now you know, okay, the other side too. I have fairly sure suspicion as to what's causing her mood to be like this, but I want to see if she'll open up to me without me having to state it. Nothing, I just had a bad couple of lessons, that's all. Yeah, that was naive thought. Almost ready to respond, I finally asked her what I want to ask in lunch. It's Yuri, isn't it? She doesn't say anything, but carries on walking, deliberately not making eye contact. Last time I was really hope this was the case. We've been over this area, she's just a friend, that's all. Again, no reply, but from the way the pen look flickers over her features, she basically said all she needs to say. You know, I never do anything to betray your trust, right? I reached out for her hand. I'm almost surprised that she let me. Sorry, you're my girlfriend, not Yuri, and there's a good reason for that. And I know things haven't been going well recently, and it get better every couple of these moments, right? Guess you're right. Sorry, I just really not been in much of a mood to talk recently. I need some time to myself. See you later. I get a feeling she wasn't even listening to anything I was saying. A pool of her kiss, well, a desperate attempt to assure myself that, well, that she still want to. She does kiss me back, but it doesn't feel the same. Honestly, it feels rather mechanical, and I get the impression she's just throwing to the motion. She's stepping away from me, and I don't know how much more this I can stand. As I watch her disappear from into her house, a new emotions start to surface: anger. I'm half tempted to charge in after her and demand she talk to me, but now I'm painfully aware of what happens the last time we were in emotional moment and I forgot to handle. Force myself to think positively. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so perhaps if I take her out for a romantic day, it might help reignite the spark that's been not living out between us. Despite my best effort, I know it's probably won't work. Still, I have to try. Yeah. Why did I? God dang it! I was planning to save, but I accidentally clicked actor instead. And just in case, I don't want my auto to activate by itself, so let's try it. It would just not come to me no matter how much I toss my mind. Oh, my thoughts were relentless. My brain refused to switch on no matter how tired I felt. Luckily, I read that in time now. I reached over and checked my phone. The time surprised me. It's much later than I thought it would be. Why do I still feel so drained? Seeing I was stretching on briefly, pausing to contemplate what Sari I could do today. I guess we could just go to the park. I don't know, a nice restaurant in town we could go for a wander. I'm doing my best to reassure myself that isn't the ideal word entertaining. I head to the bathroom and start my morning routine. Wait, already? I thought your morning routine is just having breakfast at your own house. You just come immediately to Sayuri's house? So yeah, that's gonna be completely new to me. Different choice, isn't it? Morning Sayuri, or is it afternoon? Oh, iPhong. Um, what are you doing here? Run at her, what kind of reading was that? The expression on her face doesn't change. What do you mean I'm your boyfriend? It's Valentine's Day today. I we should do something romantic together. Anything you want, I'm that way. The smile of her praying that this attempt to get to her is somehow more successful than the previous attempts. She looks away, causing my heart to sink. That's okay, I'm not really in the mood to do anything today. Oh, great. That's response again. Do I have to make a conscious effort not to play at her? Does she not realize how annoying she's been? Taking a quick deep breath, I forced myself to try to rationalize her behavior. Oh, did you have therapy session today? No. Oh, when's the next one? Out of curiosity. You haven't really mentioned it. She looks at the floor when she replies. I'm reminded of what conversation I like with Natsu. I stopped going. You stopped going since when? What? Why? I told you. No, you didn't. I was hoping you pick up on it, iPhone. Pick up on what? I never wanted to go, but I gave it a try for your sake. I even told you that I didn't like about how scary it was, and how it reminded me of the last time I tried it. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Well, I'm guessing the game's gonna give me another chance. I mean, the games gave me a chance to, hey, I just uh, talking about tagging myself along with her the first time, and then this the second time as well. But I don't know. Is this game literally give me a chance? I mean, in the first option, which you know, honestly, I haven't picked before, but which is I think it would be the same. About offering myself to tag along with her into a therapist, which I think that the phrasing is kind of be too harsh. I mean, it's a problem that she needs to face for herself. That was so mean. And then I don't tag Yuri along. I ditch her and when, just let us sleep. I mean, it's either way. Yeah. But knew it wouldn't be easy. And I know it must be difficult, but you have to just have to keep at it. I heard all of this before. What you said and what you're probably going to say next. Or should I stick it out and that it get better? And got that I've been doing my best to contain all the past few days is turning into burst forth. Yeah, well, what I'm meant to say, huh? You act like I'm meant to know how to handle something like depression. It's not about what you say, iPhone, but what you do. Or in your case, what you didn't do. Sorry, I don't have time for these stupid riddles. Why is you coming to see you later? Wow, just wow, sorry. You making the game. I mean, you making my main protagonist being an absolute d-bag right now. Just wow, sorry. That's low. So that's what this is about, huh? You're feeling jealous over the fact I'm spending time with friends who feel lonely. I wish that was all this is about. I guess I was just wrong about you. About me? I thought you care. It's like she's taking wait, she actually do that? Being like a Romeo and Juliet and literally by having both of us not living. It's like she had taken a knife and plunged it deep into my heart. For a moment, I don't even know what to say. Feeling of hurt, anger, surprise, betrayal goes to me, leaving me speechless. You think that I don't care? But forgot about what happened the last time I raised my voice salary. Consequent be damned. How can you even say that? After I've done to you, you were all forcing me to go to therapy, weren't you? What do you think that you send me away alone that I magically get better? I know it's really freaking difficult for you to believe, Sayori, but yes, I did think you could get better. You never came to me, so tell me, iPhong, how would you know anything about what therapy is like? Jesus Christ, Sayori, if you wanted me to come with you, that's all you had to say. She closes her eyes and shakes her head. You still don't get it. You still don't get it. I hate asking people to do things for me. I would have thought you know that by now. I dropped you so many hints about how scary it was, hoping that you pick up on them and come to me, but here's a genius idea. Why don't you stop dropping hints and just tell me what it is you really want? I'll come with you into the session from now on, Jesus! She laughs, but there's no humor to be found. It's a little too late for that. Oh, so you're just gonna give up? Just like that? Don't you dare say it's like it's simple, iPhone. I'm not. You're just not giving it enough of a chance, that's all. You have absolutely no idea what it's like to have depression. And you have no idea what it's like to give so much to someone only for them to throw it right back in your face. I guess, Sayori, I'm this horrible soulless monster that never once gave a damn about you. Thanks a lot. I was so stupid to ever think that you could make a difference. I was stupid to think that you're the same happy, sweet girl I grew up knowing. Oh god, dang. With my parents shot people, I turn around and slam it down. It would be better that it could put the effect on the door slamming. The door may have been loud, but the quiet sound scenery solving is twice audible. God, that fight though. It could have been better, man, but good grief. Man, this line. And I was stupid that you're the same happy, sweet girl I grew up knowing. I'm in a totally different scenario right now, and um, it's actually man, I actually never met therapists in real life. Actually, the only person I talk to while I having depression is my teachers and online friends and classroom friends actually, and it's just I talk to teachers a lot, and I don't talk with my classmate friends in the past much actually because um, they just don't seem to not talk a lot. I mean they do care, but they don't know much about mental health. But about the teacher side, and I mean they do care about their students actually. They do care about their children. Oh, how it feels so wrong. But I've been experiencing my classmate friends back when I was in Vietnam, back in secondary school, saying the same thing as like this. They were stupid to ever think that I could make a difference. And these two lines, they both said it's two lines actually. And yeah, when I was in secondary school and high school, I'm really generous. I'm giving people gifts on many occasions, like International Women's Day, Vietnamese Women's Day, and Valentine's Day. But it's a things that I screw up in the past, and I don't know much about hero complex back then. And times to times, people getting more about it, and it just fights happen, man. And then friendship revoke back to a lonely life. I mean, it's good thing when you can focus on school, but later on there will be bullies. There will be people gonna mess up my day. And yeah, social media nowadays, people talking about what's happening in real life, and they picking up someone who do bad things, and they gonna roast them like eternity. And it's still on my head, and man, these two lines. I was so stupid to think something. And man, door slam. I mean, they could add the door slam sound effect, but man, this time you're adding the McDonald effect. So if you give me a total new choice, I'm down. Woken by the sound knocking on my bedroom door, I roll my eyes. Sarah had better come to apologize because I'm in no mood at all to otherwise talk to her. Go away! Not a very nice way to talk to your mother, don't you think? Mom? Good morning to you too. I hastily pushed a couple and make my way to the door. With all of the heartaches going on, Miss Avery, Mom's return had been completely driven from my mind. Sorry, Mom, I didn't mean that. To share a hug, I'd be lying if I sent it, making me feel at least a little better. Well, I thought you were someone else. I really like this soundtrack. This soundtrack is so much feel. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm not gonna lie at all. The music, the soundtrack, I mean, they put so much feel into this situation. Like, my God, someone else? What do you mean? Nothing, nothing. She doesn't look convinced. I'll be fine, don't worry. I sniff the air. The familiar yellow nose smell of my mom's cooking hits me. Are you making breakfast? Yeah, I made your favorite. We got an alarm catch you at the job on. So what better ways to do is than over some food? I forced a smile. I like the way you think. After a few mouthfuls of mom's cooking, I'm feeling a little better. But I haven't been able to get serious words out of my head. I thought you cared. And I was so stupid to think that you are something. And that line, that really hits me hard. I mean, I really want to spend like 4 moments to talk about it during the gameplays, and it's my reaction, you know. Blind gameplays are like that, you know. I thought you care. Care? How could she have the nerve to say that? Should I really have gone with her therapy? Maybe. Maybe it's just me who is the wrong. No! Don't think it like that, iPhong. Say it out order. You have a fight with Sayori? She doesn't phrase it like a question. It's crazy how easily Mom can see through me. No, we didn't. I know I haven't been around much over the past few months. No matter where I am, I always be your mother. I know you. What happened? I'm tempted to keep this to myself. Is it really worth getting someone else involved in this? If she takes Sayori's side, why didn't I teach you to swallow pride and on it? Shut up. Hey, you the one arguing your own conscience. Bothering things up never end well, sweetheart. The problem gets worse and worse if you don't let anyone in. Sharing a problem can be very helpful, even when all the other person can do just listen. One was what makes me think, isn't this how I spoke to Sari back in November when I tried to get her to open up to me? I mean, God, I like the soundtrack a lot. I'm not gonna lie, and I swear to you, and I don't. I mean, there's the times in the episode when I'm in Natsuki's route, and I have to look up with the soundtrack to replace because for some reason the game's audio was got muted. I don't understand why at that time. So I replaced them, but mostly it just a regular soundtrack and pretty much on Natsuki Rao's soundtrack. And now with this. I mean, the regular soundtrack is just soundtrack from the original game actually. I mean, they do reuse for that in this mod. Mom's for me thing, isn't it husband? And I was frustrated being kept in the dark. I sighed. Yeah, we had a fight. About what? Well, I've been finding it really hard to handle her depression over the past few weeks. Things haven't really been going so well between us recently. I can't help but feel like I'm losing her mom. Day by day, I don't know how to handle her depression at all. I know you warned me about what it would be like, but actually seeing it in person is a whole new experience. Yes, it's never easy. So sorry, iPhong. I know it must be hard for both of you. Therapy isn't going very far either. I was really hoping that will make a difference, but burying my face in my hand. It's not really working. She had the nerve to blame me. Blame me? Blame you? For what? She said that I should have offered to join her at the therapy session. That it was my fault for not picking up on her signals. Clenched my fist. And how I was meant to know, I told her that she should have just told me. Isn't she the one who hates asking for help? What? So this is all my fault for not being a mind reader? It's no one's fault, iPhone. I didn't mean to sound accusatory. And she feels really jealous over me being a friend with Yuri. It's so ridiculous. What do I have to do to make her see that we're just friends? What I mean to do? It's not as simple as that, sweetheart. Depression makes it really hard to see things rationally, and your friendship with Yuri is no exception, no matter how innocent it might be. But that's just ridiculous. I don't know what to do. Sari doesn't want to spend time with me, so I talked to my other friends, and you guessed it. Sari feel bad. It's like I can't do anything right. I'm sick of it. Sam, look at my coat. Oh, are you going somewhere? I think some fresh air would do me good. Oh. Okay, that's a great idea. You'll feel better when you come back. It's so sad. Going to a place where we started. And here I am back to a very this park where Sari and I first met all those years ago. I run my hands through my hair trying to get her words out of my head. Do I care for her? Of course I do. But I was scared. Ever since we started dating, I always had that fear at the back of my mind, the fear that I was getting into something that was beyond me. And as I began to see how pervasive her condition was, it was scary. It was only then did I begin to see the true nature of depression. But to say that I didn't care was over the top. Yes, it was. From what I can gather, depression twists the way you see things, right? It changes your perspective on everything. So it's not exactly her fault. Hey, you can just lay her off her gaze. Why are you so defensive? Is it because you have a guilty conscience? Guilty conscience? Yes, you know you could have done more for her. Why didn't you go to therapy with her? Especially after she made so obvious how difficult it was. Well, I found she very fine by herself. I didn't think she needed me. Or is it because you were scared of what you'd find? You thought you could just set her there and expect everything to get better. You didn't want to face the possibility that the only thing you saw as a fixing might not work. She didn't have to say That I didn't care though. You're really hung up over that, aren't you? Yes, she said some stupid stuff, so did you. What was the last thing you said to her? That she wasn't that lovely girl you grew up knowing? So stupid that you're being sweet girls thing. That line really hits me hard, man. Not the best thing to say someone suffering from depression, is it? She threw everything ever did for me back in my face. A spit sounds, is that so wrong? Really check my phone, it's a text from Yuri. Phone goes right back into my pocket and I know it to read and reply to a message. So I can argue with my conscience all I want. But nothing will stop the rising fear of guilt. Now Sari given up on therapy. It was her last hope. She thought I could make a difference. I looked around the park wishing that things could be as easy as they were on the day we first met. Guess I didn't realize how much I was expecting to support her. I guess that was arguments are alright. You learn from them. Yeah, she still wants to be with you. She will couples argue all the time. Sari isn't the type to bear a grudge. You said that, but you remember from the original games? It might be wise to give her to take go out though. I mean, that was the last time we had an argument. I just hope we can put this behind us. Remember from the original games, you said couples argue all the time, but man, do you care about the mental? God's sake. After refreshing up and changing to my school clothes, I head downstairs and grab breakfast. And surprisingly, Ma already up and typing on a laptop. She looks up as I enter. Morning, iPhong. Sleep well? About as well as I could, yeah. Decided I was achieve my food. Things will be just fine between you two. I know it. I know a lot mechanically, not really paying attention. There's only one person I want to talk today. Once I'm eating, I still head for the door. See you later, iPhong. I give her a small nod as I leave. She'll probably be more receptive to her efforts, but I can't really bring myself to her at the moment. Sari isn't here. If I'm being honest, I expected it. Okay, deja vu. Music being muted. I take out my phone and decide to call her instead of texting. Since when you're wearing this? Really suspicious. Since wait, is that her sweatshirt? Okay, honestly, here's what I'm guessing you're gonna show to me. The scene from the original scene, and I'm about to get the worst end. I mean, for a person who having depression, yelling, shouting, arguing is not an option. No answer. I pace around impatiently, tapping my foot. A few minutes pass, there is still nowhere to be seen. Very tempted to skip school, but given mom is home and for the time being, that's definitely not a good idea. And let me guess, mom's found out what happens to Sayori. Reluctantly, I make the walk to school alone, desperately trying to ignore the feeling that I really caused some irreversible damage. After what I feels like I age, my final lesson is over. Eagerly, I rush out of the classroom. iPhong? Oh dang it, I was close to being free. Thinking I would turn around. Oh, hi Monica. Everything alright? You didn't join us for lunch. Um, Monica, you know something, right? Um, do you know something from Sayori? Because I'm really concerned. It's fine, I just had to talk to Sakura about something. Okay. Anyway, I gotta get going, so you're not coming to the club? No, I'm sorry, but Monica, did you know anything from Sayori? She narrows her eyes. Going to see Sayori, huh? Do you know anything to Sayori? What? How did you? Being not baka, iPhong. Can't tell something is going on between you two? She's been missing day off school and you barely spoke to us at lunch and you're looking miserable. It's nothing. It's total. God dang it. Monica, you know something, aren't you? Dude, I tried to push past her, but she stands in front of me holding firm. It's nothing though, is it? It's not like you to be so secretive. What's it to you? Look, remember, I found your well-being is concern for mine. Monica understands all, but I really don't have time for this right now. I gotta go. Her flashes through her eyes that I don't care. Like, have I'm not waiting any longer to talk salary. Well, you do not show me in the scene, but salary? She looks up. I'm definitely not detecting any warmth in her eyes. What are you doing here? I just want to apologize. Sarah doesn't say anything. Look, I was really stupid. Said some really dumb stuff I definitely didn't mean. She looks away. The atmosphere in the room thickened tenfold. I was terrified that this would be how my apology was being received. And you were right. I really don't know what it's like to have depression, and it was naive on me to think that therapy would just magically fix everything. I just look at the floor, almost expecting to magically give me the courage to continue. I just hate being told that I didn't care. I always feel like the whole situation was really overwhelming as I was trying my best. So anyway, it's not really an excuse. And shouldn't have ever said that you weren't who I thought you were. I'm sorry, I really am. Why do I have a feeling that Monica's gonna disband at the club? Because I hurt Monica's feeling. Silence carries on for more moments. With each passing seconds, it grows more and more uncomfortable. You don't have to apologize. No, sorry, I do. I was just really angry. You don't have to apologize because you were right. And I'm not that happy, sweet girl you grew up loving at all. I guess I just fooled you into thinking that I was. I really tried to get better, but it's okay. The whole experience has taught me something. That this is how things will always be. My heart sings you can't be saying this. No, Sayori, that's not true. When you know it, things can change. Can they change, Apple? You were the only person who ever made me believe that. When you held me in your arms and told me that things would be okay, that was when I believed it, if only one for a second. I knew that getting my hopes up would be a stupid idea. I still listened to my hand. My heart convinced me to listen to you. I desperately reached out to grab her hand. We can still do this though. Couple argues all the time. Sayori is how we learn. Then Noli rubs my hand before slowly slipping her hand free. I don't think we should be together anymore, I found. You don't mean that? I do. There are tears in her eyes, but she held firm. I can't carry on like this. I don't want to be a burden on you any longer. Sorry not when I'm alone, but when I'm with you, there's so much more added responsibility and stress. What are you saying, Sayori? Please don't break up with me. We can get through this. I know we can. We can't, iPhone. I don't want to try anymore. Ask yourself, have you been happy with me? And please be honest, because I haven't been happy myself. I opened my mouth immediately to say that I have. But pause to stop. We had our happy moments together, sure, but the past few weeks have been anything but. Snapping at Amy and Monica, refusing to talk to Mom. You don't have to say anything. I can see it on your face. Depression isn't going to just leave me alone if we stay together. And neither of us know how to handle it. Neither of us happy. It would just be unfair to both of us. Before I can even think of some kind of weak defense to express this on. But I'll be honest, what you said on Valentine's Day, it really hurt, I found. That goddamn day. I'm so sorry that I wasn't really as happy as you believe I was. And the way you mocked me for giving up, I was doing my best, I really was. It's only now that I'm starting to truly realize how badly I am up. The horrible reality is becoming mercilessly clear. I want to scream at myself being such a bad guy, but the damage has already been done. There's only one last thing to say. A final last ditch is in my sleeves. I love you, Sayori, even though we're not together. I love you. My own tears have started to flow in full force. Within seconds, my cheeks are drenched and my vision is blurry. So Sayori whispers as she replies, "Do you really, iPhong?" "Yes." "Do you love me?" I mean, she's gonna say that, yeah, we're breaking up, but in deep down her heart, she's still gonna love. I don't know. I want to say yes, and I think that probably just does. She passes too simple. I always imagine that hearing you say you love me would make me so happy. I dream that we say it to each other under the light of the moon or something. She makes a sound that a cross between a loud and soft. Maybe in another life if things were different. A regretful smile forms on my face. So this is how it really ends. Clearly not is my reply. There's so much more that I want to say. I want to kiss her one last time, hug her one last time, even interlock her finger with mine. More than anything, I want to hold her close to me, run my fingers through her hair, and tell her that everything will be alright. As much as it hurt to accept, no, I never get a chance again, and it's all my fault. You don't have to do this, Sayori, please. She walks towards me until our faces inches apart. At this instant, I can see every teardrop clinging to her eyelashes. My eyes are begging her not to do this. Placing her hands on my shoulder, she looks right into my eyes, dropping her voice to whisper, "You and I both know what to do, iPhong. You and I don't know what I do, iPhong." I mean, yeah, break up, but in deep down, still love each other. She resists me and gently nudged me toward the door. Every inch of me is screaming at me not to comply, but she really gives me no choice. As I shut the door, painfully aware of how things will never be the same between Sally and I rate myself on how I managed to break not just one, but two hearts just now. Oh, not end there? Okay. Just don't waste my time. I mean, you're trying to let me see that original scene. Good grief. They pass by. We pass by agonizing slowly. I haven't seen Sarah since we broke up. She hasn't been to school either. The other girl has been about her, especially Monica. Very personal. Right now, I couldn't care less about them if I tried. Her voice keeps resonating in my head. This is something will always be. Maybe in another life, if things were different. Every time I remember the look of pain on her face as she spoke those words, I feel my heart break over and over again. Those of her mom come in wearing a sad sympathy look on her face. Didn't even need to tell her that Sarah I had broken up. She could tell straight away when I got back home. I make tempura for you, so afraid it. I'm not hungry. She gently ruffles my hair and thumbs away all my tears. I know it's hard, iPhong. Breakups are never easy. Sarah means the world to you, and I know you still love her. And that's why it hurts me so much. But unfortunately, breakups are part of life. You might not be able to see right now, but you'll feel better eventually. I'm not alone mechanically. I mean, a breakup is gonna create the depression afterward. Actually, I mean, I did talk about this before, and I even talking about this in this channel actually, and I did push it too far, and man, how I was so disrespectful on someone's privacy. And then I made a lot of exes and break up a lot of times. But yeah, depression building up, and still right now from deep down my heart I still have feeling for what my childhood, school, love things, and I really want someday that I want to go back and fix, but it's never happened because time went by. We all in separate way. High school, secondary school over. Even though on social media, it's like we pretty much not chat each other anymore. We pretty much move on with new life, new friendship, new times, and man, this game has been really nice to me. And yeah, the last time I've been being nice by family members is really long time ago, and once growing older, that it seems like it's just acting like the part of society is now and not pretty much care each others, which is really sad. I mean, a lot of adults, people, citizens, they only care for kids, and when no matter when they growing up and they just realize that hey, you can take care of your own life, we don't care about you anymore. And it's sad, and it's been a long time I haven't uh, got someone being nice to me with being a family members. And actually uh, uh, I know you guys and girls out there that maybe don't do well with parents. I totally get it. I totally understand feelings. I mean, we live in a different era. We have different opinions, so that's the reason why it's not a good idea to get along together, you know. And I'll be honest. That a lot of people have different opinions, and most of the country they think that uh, elderly parents are everything. But once you're growing up, you start to think that it's not like that anymore. And man, to have this character to feel so much sympathy like this, I mean, God, and not along mechanically. I know. You be in your room all day, iPhong, and you barely eaten. I worry about you. I was barely registered. I guess depression's coming to the main protagonist's head right now. Don't even know if Siri wants to be friends anymore. I think that's the worst part. Losing her as girlfriend is bad enough, but losing her as friend, losing her entirely. Do people remain friends after breakup? Oh, that's a good question. I don't think it's gonna be that easy because I I mean I don't think so actually. After being break up and people just think yeah just friends, but it's not exactly like that, isn't it? And when you're losing a relationship, you're losing entirely. You don't want like um, having a past reminding you, and you want to move on your new relationship. But what if your new relationship not gonna respect your past relationship? So that's when that everything has to move on and everything has to go on separate ways. So I don't think that people remain friends after the breakup. Some people do, but it's not that easy. From time to time, they're gonna ignore entirely anyway. So I don't think people remain friends after breakup. I'm sorry for those who totally against me for it. I'm disagree. I'm sorry. I look over to mom desperately. Some do and some don't. Majority don't anyway. Sorry. There's not really an objective answer to that, I'm afraid. I just wish I could talk to her. Not being able to see her is not living to me. Do this thing to me. Well, perhaps I can talk to her if you like. Not a good idea, sorry mom. You cannot rely on parents all the time. After all, I know her since she was child. She almost like a daughter to me. I see as hope blossoms in my chest. It wouldn't be wrong me to try and change her mind though. I stand back the new Franco's hope dash. But I can see what she says about staying friends with you. You have a few days apart, so she has some time to think it over. Something I guess. Okay. She should be away this past noon. Unless it makes you for the door. It's not a good idea. And I mean, these are things that adults should not get involved of. I mean, after a breakup and then there's parent things that like, hey, why you break up? Why don't you come back together? So that is such parents' power is just make it so forceful and it just make both sides unhappy. And yeah, I wish it was me going to see Sarah, but I don't think it would be a good idea to see her so soon. As difficult as it is, I probably should let her come to me. After all, I caused enough damage as it is. She should be awake. It's past noon. Or nothing makes for the door. I wish it was me going to see Sayori, but I don't think it would be a good idea to see her so soon. As difficult as it is, I probably should let her come to me. After all, I caused enough damage as it is. It's weird. Why is the repeat? Wait, hang on. Let me check the history. Yeah, it said the same thing. Huh? What? Okay, let me guess. At any time, you're gonna show me the original scene, isn't it? That we all don't want to see. I try to keep myself occupied while I wait for mom to get back, but nothing is doing the trick. My mind wanders over the current situation over Sari house. Would she even talk to mom? I guess it's a weird situation to be in. Sari hasn't seen my mom for a while. They always got me along pretty well. But what with Sari's own parents being away, she might appreciate having a mother figure to talk to. So in the worst case scenario, I suppose Sari would just politely ask mom to go away. And here's the thing, I think I think of the different run in my mind as maybe I'm gonna try to do, which is not to tell mom about the relationship status, but at the same time still fight with Sayori, which is the cruel things to do. I mean, that's the most evil things I can think of, but man. So in the worst case scenario, I suppose Sayori would just politely ask mom to go away. The sound loud blaring siren showed me out my thoughts. I hear mom opening front door and making her way up to my room. Okay, games. Am I guess right? I mean, I don't want to see that scene, but man, see, I mean, a lot of people may meme out it. A lot of people want it into the mod. I mean, honestly, I think it's gonna be different. I've always thought that series would be happy all the times in any mod, but since this mod give me so much ending, so I'm starting to think that yeah, there's something's wrong. I open my mouth to ask her how it went, but straight away I can tell something's horribly wrong. There are tears in her eyes and she looking distraught. Mom? She looks at me, but I can't even formulate my any word. I think her expression should be fixed as she could cover her whole mouth, not to make her face like this, and it's just like it makes her think, and she just yeah, you can keep her eyes dry like that. The game could have been better, but yeah, I think this pose is not fit in this situation because it's just like she's thinking. Jesus Christ, what happened in the neighborhood, man? You scare me. Right at the time that we in the really good grief moment, or maybe bad grief moment. Her lips trembled as fresh tears cascade down her cheeks. Therefore, feeling afraid is quickly rising. Mom, you're scaring me. What's wrong? What's wrong? Sari, isn't it? Her heart starts beating great fast. What it is, she's not. She. Oh God, please don't say it, but I think you're about to say. Is that from the original games where the Doki Doki literature class? She's shaking and takes a deeper calm and stare down. I don't know how to say this. Just say it. I just really looked into her eyes, trying to find an ounce of reassurance. I find none. Savory is gone, I found. Gone. Gone where? Well, I know exactly what she means, but I refuse to believe it. Mom doesn't reply. I don't believe you. Run. Run. I moved toward the doorway with a ferocious speed. I had to see it for myself. She hung herself. Then I stopped, not living in my track. No, she didn't. You're lying. I'm not. I wish I could say that I was. No, Sayuri wouldn't do this. She wouldn't. But even as I protest, Sayuri was whirling around my head, coming back to haunt me. This is how it's always going to be. You were my last hope. It's a little too late for that. The more I tried to protest, and the more her final words burrowed themselves into my mind. Get out of my head! Dimly, I'm aware of Mom talking. Something about or how the ambulance are there. Her voice feels like a million miles away. I desperately search Mom's face once again, this time trying to find anything that did indicate that this is happening. All I find is a grim confirmation. The sound siren is much louder now, flashes of blue are visible through the window. There's absolutely no way it can be real. It can't be happening. Ignoring Mom's process, I push past her and head toward the street. Oh my god, that is so cool. I mean, they would do it the same as the what Natsuki has suffered, but that's so cool. Man, it just feels like stands now. Man. Ambulance. Cream-faced paramedic. What can do standing numb to wetness and coldness of the unrelenting rain. Each drop feels like a cruel reminder that what I'm witnessing is very, very real. No. There's no way. There's no way. How could this really happening? Slowly I can feel the disbelief start to ebb away. Can't stand watching this any longer. Turning to run, my legs stop moving on their own accord. Where I'm going, I have no idea. All I know is I have to get away from here, away from the condemned sight of ambulance and the cruel sounds of silence. Oh, you're not gonna show me? Wait, I think Sarah's supposed not there, right? What has passed since my mom did discover Sarah's days, weeks, months, years? I couldn't even say. Each day has finally melted into the next. The world around me continued over, but not me. But not like I care either. Not like I care either. Everything I've been doing so well, but so mechanical. It's as if my body were on autopilot. I keep expecting to receive a text from Sari or to hear her voice. Initially, I clung to the belief that she was not leaving. That somehow, for some sick reason, my mom was playing some sort of cruel practical joke. Even though I knew full well that she wouldn't do that. But there's only so much I could run from the truth, the brutal, apathic truth. I care little for anyone who was ever lucky enough to know Sari. It was only after I went to see her funeral that I started to realize that I would never see her ever again. There wouldn't be anything cuddling on the sofa. There wouldn't be any walking to school together. I never can read one of the poems or hear about how the day was. The warmth I feel when she was in my arms gone, and the reality is painful beyond all comprehension. Whenever I close my eyes, I can picture her in my head. That sky blue shirt that she wore on the day we first shared kiss. And sometimes when I really feel like torturing myself, I recall how her voice sounds as well. People came up to me at the funeral. They told me how sorry they were and gave me a condolence. It was mean nothing to me. It was willing to bet that all of them had no idea what demon theory was struggling with. I didn't even try to stop my tear. All I could do was raise my hand and squeeze down and say really under. A real part of me wishing that I could show her under the dirt. Because at least that would stop the unrelenting numbness and pain. There was no remedy to it. Sleep is impossible whenever I'm under the covers. No matter how warm, I feel so cold longing for her embrace. Every time I pass a place we visit together, such a sharp apart feel her wherever I look at memory. Take a deep breath, slowly letting my air up through my nose. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so sad. Oh my god. Man, I really wish I can see my own face. I mean, reflection, right? I sitting on my bed, in my hand lies the Christmas present Siri got me. Glass frame photograph of us as kids. Harkening back to happier times, blissful memories that feel like they happened entire eternity ago. With trembling fingers, I gently trace Siri's face. It's a vain attempt and I know it. I'm trying to tell myself that somehow by doing this, I might be able to physically feel her again. Even though I know I'm being stupid, I still can't help but to feel the disappointment and anguish flood through my body as the only feeling I get is my finger against grass. At least seeing a huge grin on her face brings a smile to my face. It's a tiny smile, and it feels like a tiny pathetic flame in the midst of the raging thunderstorm, but at least it's there. I recall how her serious face lit up as I handed her Christmas present I got her. Happy thoughts, that bothers. Was I one of your happy thoughts, Sayori, or I'm just a part of darkness that threatened to engulf the lights? Question that never have an answer to. Or because I wasn't there for her. Whereas a big darkness rise within me, not telling me not to focus on the past, to try to save insane by thinking about the choice it didn't make. But how can I not delve into the past? Sayori could still be here if I was just a little more attentive and less dense. With the edge of the glass little and tighter, completely disregarding pain that pumps my hand. Why did you do this, Sayori? Why did you do this to me, to us, to everyone? I know things look bleak, but you didn't have to give it like that. I know I F up, I know that, believe me, I do. The haunting sense of guilt, regret will be until I'm not leaving, till I see you again. But I hardly knew what I was doing the whole time. Now everyone has to live with your decision for the rest of their life. Why did you ever want to be happy, didn't you? Look at us now. Is that what you wanted? Oh no. Jesus Christ. The, the red liquid, man. It's not pain. The red liquid from your body, man. Look down for the grab, shocked to see the edge stain red. Suddenly, I'm aware of distant pain in my hand. Without realizing, I pushed the corner of the palm of my hand so hard they drawn red liquid. Tears, sweat, blood, tears. A few teardrops have also landed on the photograph through a blue piece of face. Notice they landed where Sarah's face is, giving an impression that she also cried. Instead of cleaning the photograph, just put the knife next to me, then my hand through my face, caring later of a stinging coming from the wound in my hand. I miss you. I miss you so much. Why wouldn't it need to be able to hold you in my arm again? To tell you how sorry I was, to tell you how things could have worked against. Doorbell rings, I ignore it. For freak's sake. Think the cat in. The doorbell rings again, I angrily swing my legs out of bed. It has been rewarded. Swing doors open, the world face of Yuri, Natsu, and Monica in my vision. Or look alarm when they see me, most likely to the really great smile on my face. I'm in the mood to tell her, just stand there waiting for one of them to say something. Are you alright, iPhong? Not okay. You know what, screw this. I'm gonna let these videos over trial 120 minutes. Screw this. Are you alright, iPhong? She motions toward my face. I'm fine. But your face? I raise my hands briefly. The concern of the girl's face doesn't abate. It's just a little cut. You should get that looked at. Could help you with that if. What do you want? We worry about you. You barely said a word at the funeral, so. Was I expected to say a lot? She taken back at my surly tone. No, of course not. We miss her too, you know. Very much so. Monica nods sadly. She was the first member to join the club. God, it feels like such a long time ago. She really brought so much happiness to them. Stop it. I don't want to hear it. Come on, iPhone. She wouldn't want to see you like this. The freak you want to know about Sarah One. What freak you want to see Sarah with one? All you ever did to make fun of her. I know you're upset, iPhone, but please be reasonable. What you said was a little uncalled for. Natsuki, I didn't mean any harm. But we know that she was depressed. The comment catches me by surprise. I have already suspected it at least. What? What are you talking about? People don't just do rash things without pre-existing mental health condition. When I look back on it, I suppose I should have seen it. None of you thought to try and help her with it? The girl all looked at each other a little uncomfortable. We kind of thought. What? She was your girlfriend, so. Why does everyone think that her depression was my freaking responsibility or something? Because as soon as you agreed to date her, it did become your responsibility, baka. I do my best thing to ignore my conscience once again trying to torment me. No one is saying it was solely your responsibility, I found. I just didn't think it was your place to say anything given how personal and serious the matter was. Could have at least tried to be there a little bit more for her. You know, like, I don't know, remind her how much she meant to you, or how much you value having her around. She shrank back against ferocity on my voice. You notice the same sense, seeing the hurt on her makes me feel a tiny bit better. It's funny because she was really jealous of you, you know that? She never liked the time I was spent around you. All you had to freaking do was talk to her. Help her see that she had nothing to worry about. I remember Sayuri mentioned how she suspected Yuri also liked me. The thought of that contributing to how worthless she felt makes me see red. Thanks for freaking up our relationship, Yuri. Look where it got us. Because you clung to one person of the opposite gender who ever give more than second date time. I found. Can't use as an excuse to be such an a-hole, alright? Blaming us isn't gonna get you anywhere. Please just let that anger go. Oh, don't start as well, Mr. Perfect. I don't need you all people telling how to act when my best friend has just not leaving. You know what? Oh yeah, just freak off. Don't want to see any of you ever again. Joining literature club was my biggest mistake of my life. These girls just stand there. There's a variety of different emotions on their face. My phone just go. With one final look of sympathy and some anger, the girls accused their leave. Natsu and Monica trying to console Yuri, who by this point is sobbing. Next thing, I'm in the doorway feeling the fresh and very quick jiggle down my hand. Catching them into a fist did not help. My God, I really like the raining effect, man. I still look down my face and plus look up down my wrist and look up in the sky. Bleak, desolate, the sound rain, echo, echo, echo inside my head. And the game could have been better. Can you just mirror the word end? Okay, screw this video. Let this video gonna be over 2 hours. I mean, not a lot. And my God, you know what? I don't want any music right now. Shut the frick up. And yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm happy that the creator who made this mod don't show the original image from the original games when she did a thing. This character did a thing, and man, I really like the marine they make into this game, and I really like. My God, I mean, I really like how the creators who make this mod make it like the motion from Okasan, which is they totally focus on and try to avoid of showing that horrible scenes again, which we don't want to. We all learn that lessons. Putting people who commit not living uh, in games, in videos, in anything is not a good idea, and it's actually man, from the very best ending to the very worst. Wow. So I don't know how the neutral ending is gonna be, and I'm really curious because we're gonna go around the circle, and and the choice is pretty obvious. And hmm, when someone having depression, you always be there for them, and you're just gonna go along with the therapist. And in these scenarios, pretty obvious that if you got a better endings, you're gonna try for the worst and to do the most evil things that you can possibly do. And which I'm thinking that, well, even though that you don't tell Okasan about the relationship status in the first place, you still gonna make series in man. I mean, I can only think of the most horrible I can think is not telling anyone about the relationship status and talk bad to person who have mental health. And honestly, I don't know how the neutral ending is gonna be. I'm gonna guess that it's 50-50. I don't know. We go on picnic and we're just gonna try it out and then we're gonna end it there. We're not gonna have like a special ending after an ending, like having a dawn scene. And yeah, anyway, that's what I really want to have to say. And I mean, God, it's really hard for me. And I mean, we all seen it in the original games, and seeing the back characters to have a feeling on that this happened, and just sad, no. Anyway, anyway, God, that's it for my second run and second run for this storyline. And honestly, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. And Let me know about your thoughts. And I mean, in the past, I did remember people who will suffer depressions and really want to share stories in the comment section down below. I would feel free to listen. I'm not gonna lie. And also, I really appreciate you guys and girls not spoiling. I'm 100% blind playing this game. I'm not looking results on social medias. I'm not gonna lie, and yeah, I think this game has meant a lot to me. And Doki Doki Literature Club was my first blind game playing this video, this channel actually, and it doesn't end well. And I had to multiple times to remake the videos again, and it ended up in being the live stream. And I really want to start over with Doki Doki Blue Skies, and I really want to thank you, creator who made this mod to give people who messed up the blind gameplays like me before. I mean, people who just start somewhere, right, in social medias, right? And thank you for giving opportunity to start over, giving the opportunity to people to experience multiple story, multiple ending, and it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. And I'm gonna keep continuing with this character story, but somehow I'm gonna try my best to find the neutral ending because I think this character maybe have three endings or four endings or five endings. So so far we find the two big endings, the best and the worst ending. So yeah, honestly, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. And as always, I don't know if I allowed to say that the outro since this happened, but yeah, I'm really sorry if my outro gonna disrespect for those who suffer depression, but yeah, as always, hasta la vista. Okay, for those who be able to choose this route or this, okay, for those who hate this ending of not human, I'm telling you,